Well, like yourself, I've recently started in the Twitter side of things for Core. I started way back in 2015 in the highlights side of things on YouTube, such as YWE and SWE, which been on and off recently. I've got my own channel, JPW Network, of which we started a thread on Twitter actually of SMW, which yourself, Smoke, is a part of. I like to think I'm drama free, but probably other people will say otherwise.
Yeah, everybody's got some kind of drama. Well, it's life.
Yeah, it's life. And ever since 2015, I've always used the character Joshie P in the core community. Never changed. Essentially, Joshie P is essentially my way of living out a wrestler's dream, because I have not got the physique for it at all, as the character Joshie P has always got. He's never got a six pack, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, he likes to have a hit list or whatever.
Yeah, as probably most of you can work out, that's probably derived from Chris Jericho's making the list. You should probably know yourself, Smokey, when I started in FBW, but that was literally me just getting my ass kicked every time.
Yeah, it happened a lot. I think I beat you the first time we fought, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, you were one of the people on the list where I had a massive losing streak, but hey, I got put in the world title match, and for some reason I've won it. Ending the streak.
You got put it in the world title match. I earned the world title match. I didn't even get the world title match. I earned it. I still ain't got it. I still ain't got that match. Yes.
It's an opinion.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, your league's called Social Media Wrestling. Explain to people, because this different, it's an e-fair, and there's difference between what they need to be doing, because there's e-fairs and then there's actual call leagues that not controlled by differently. You know what I mean? They ain't CPU play. They all edited together and stuff like that. But what separates your league from other leagues, other e-fairs? Because some of them can be the same, looks like.
Yeah. I see what you mean, but like social media wrestling is something that I developed basically because I see a lot, like you said, I see a lot of those out there that are very generic. They're run by one person, and I'll admit, social media wrestling is run just solely by me, but I always try, as you can probably see, get the outside involved to influence some of the decisions made in SMW. But it's one of those that I try and keep the rules enforced, sort of thing. But I always try and make it very relaxed as well, so people can just be themselves, and they try and influence the matches that gets booked.
Yeah. There's a big difference there between what you do and what happens on Twitter, because I'm just now getting used to there. But what I'm used to doing is like scripted. Everything in like other colleagues on YouTube, it's like the owner controls the entire show. All we control is our promos, and that's how it's built. You know what I mean? It's all scripted.
I try and go on, sorry.
Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say that. Yeah, social media. I do try and keep to a schedule, but I don't go right. This guy is going to go against this guy, and that's it. some other things might influence it or influence decisions. The amount of times I've had to change the cards on multiple house shows for whatever reason. But I always try and keep some decisions up to the social media fans sort of thing, so people are still interested in the product sort of thing. Because like you said yourself, the owners have got their own agenda, and sometimes they just focus solely on the project that they want. Whereas, hence why the name social media wrestling came up, because I wanted it to be something that everyone can enjoy, not just the owner.
Yeah, and you actually put effort. You put a lot more effort than most people do in the EFED community. So that's what I'm real particular about. Cause I have people asking me to join the league. I don't mind joining. You know what I mean? If they give me a reason, like what am I gonna do there? Now, how am I gonna contribute on your show? Cause if you ain't got a plan, then there's no reason for me to be there. You know, I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just saying, you know, I want to contribute everywhere I go. I want to try to make the best out of every company I'm at. You know, I want to try to help somebody, and I can't do that whenever I'm getting not booked and stuff like that. Cause I feel like everybody has the potential on here to help somebody. You know, if they put their ego aside for just a second, you know, we all are people. We ain't in this character 24/7 like some people are. But you can turn that off every once in a while and be like, hey, do you want to work on our feud? Do you want to talk this out so we ain't acting stupid? You know what I mean? It's like, you got to have some kind of limits to what you say. Like, some stuff I hear is just like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've been in feds where they're just not interested at all. I try and keep social media wrestling to a level playing field sort of thing. So those that are active do get booked. But I do try and keep it fair towards everyone.
Hey, you know, if I ain't complained, then there ain't nothing wrong with your show, because I ain't barely won one match. I won one match in your league. Just one match.
And funny enough, guess who that was against?
Freaking the other guy who would know.
It was me.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I beat you. I'm your kryptonite, man. You cannot beat me.
Yeah, that seems to be my little bugbear. No matter where I go, I can't.
You can have a party. You can have a party whenever you beat me eventually.
But yeah, I always try and keep social media wrestling to, you can be your own star sort of thing.
Yeah.
Kieran, just a little shout out, Kieran Cook, I gave him a chance at Uprising. He won the title. Didn't plan it whatsoever. I don't take control of any of the cause in there whatsoever. Basically, the results happen as and when I book them, even when I'm pre-recording to get the shows up. Like at the moment, I'm editing Warzone, and all the matches are there. Whatever happens, sort of thing. That's the whole premise of social media wrestling. It's not whatever happens, and people can work off what's been given, basically.
Yeah, and this is interesting, this chat we have right now, because this is the first time I sat down and talked to you on a voice. So I'm not used to it, so I'm trying to adjust myself to all this. But I'm actually excited because you represent to me like a new era, because I'm used to a certain circle of Call. You know what I mean? Call is huge. The community I was in, I thought that was huge. I thought that was all. Most of the people in my community does not know about that side of the community. They don't even know that it exists. So whenever they go to there and they find out they don't, then people don't even know who they are, they just don't know what to do. And at first, I was the same way because I was on Twitter when I first signed up, and I was looking around and I was seeing all these likes for these people. I said, who are these people? You know, why are they getting like 40 likes? You know, they ain't doing shit. You know, that was just in my head. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean, because like yourself, I think it was September, October last year, I joined the Twitter side of things. I've been in the highlights fed for years. There's actually a few roster members from that side of things as well, such as Brett Storm and Mahadi Khan that were in that side of things. And recently, actually, Vanity, and I'm probably going to get looking for butchering his name, but Kiyagara, I probably got that wrong. They were in the highlights community side with me. They seem to be doing all right. But the Twitter side of things, like I said, it's one of those. You can be your own worst enemy on there because you can say the wrong things at the wrong time and it just turns the whole community against you. Not naming names at all, but there has been a few that I don't want drama or anything like that. I'm my own person. If people's got a problem with me, say it to my face. You know what I mean? As in, direct message me. I ain't got a problem. If you got a problem with me, the way I act in or all like that, please just be upfront.
But you know, that ain't gonna happen because they rather talk behind your back rather than come to you.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to stop it. That's just the way it is. I have it to happen to me all the time, but that's just the way it is. I accept it, and you accept it, because it's normal. It's life. Because everybody does that in real life and on here. It just bitch assness everywhere.
It's like essentially if I've got a problem with the feds or anything like that, I will direct message the Fed directly. I wouldn't go into the group chats and start bad mouthing because that just makes me seem worse, like I'm whining, and I'm not. I don't.
Yeah.
I can be the easiest person, one of the easiest people to ever work with in my eyes, because I take whatever people say on board, sort of thing. I don't take anything negatively, but I'm honest about stuff as well. I don't go behind people's back, bad mouthing them. So.
Yeah, my fans, or whatever fans I got left anyway, it's been a while. I probably got none. But most people know me as a person who gets involved in drama a lot. Because all throughout ever since I got started on YouTube, it's just been one after another. Whether it's like an E-gang on YouTube, or flaggers, or somebody trying to take out Carl back then. I was always the first one to pop up on a video and call them out. Every single time. And I lost the channel because of that. It was like one of my popular channels when I first started. And this channel is alright, but it never got to where my first channel was. And I've been struggling ever since. But I'm learning slowly just to brush it off. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to do that more now and not react. Instead, I'm just trying to laugh it off and just try to focus and put that aggression into my promos. Whatever promo I gotta do, I'm gonna put that in there because I'm doing a lot of voice promos and stuff. So it gives me good motivation sometimes just to wing it, because sometimes I lose motivation, and that's hard. That's the same thing with you, with your league. You gotta keep that motivation to keep going, because your league, you're expected to put how many episodes out a week?
See, that's one of the rules I make myself for social media wrestling, because I don't keep to a schedule, because therefore I'm not. Because in my line, out of character, I won't delve too much into it. what I'm like in real life, but I've got a lot of commitments on that side of things. So obviously, if I try and keep to a schedule, like I'd say, oh, I'll do a show every Monday or something like that. If I thought I've got in my line of work and other outside commitments, it's difficult to keep to a schedule. So that's why I've always been open and honest and said, look, whenever I can stream, I'll live stream a house show. But I'll always pre-record the pay-per-views that I don't want them to go off without hitch. So I always try and keep to, for social media wrestling, try and keep to about 3 house shows and then the pay-per-view. But
yeah,
the whole schedule for social media wrestling suits me personally because I can do it in my own sort of time, sort of thing. I know not many people will watch the live streams, but at least people can catch up with them when I can upload them.
yeah. At least you try.
Yeah. I know it sounds. Yeah, I know the whole schedule thing sounds lazy when I can upload, but it suits it and it suits me, and I'd rather do that and know that I can upload without disappointing people.
See, that's what is different between what leagues I used to be in. Because sometimes you only got one episode every like 2 weeks because they was editing it and they were doing extra stuff for the show. You know what I mean? They had to put extra effort into it so they can put out a good product. And that's the difference between that and eFeds because most eFeds just throw it out there, you know, live stream. Like, what is it? I ain't gonna say that name. I ain't gonna say that league's name. I ain't gonna say it, but you know what I'm talking about. But,
yeah.
They just throw it out there and they say it's something special. Oh God, I'm gonna get flack on that. And there they run in my mouth again, Goshen. I open my mouth and I say something stupid, and it's gonna start drama.
That's completely fine.
Oh well. You didn't hear me, folks. Ignore that. Delete that from your brain.
Like I said, I'd rather, from a social media wrestling standpoint, I know people say, like I say, the schedule suits me to be able to upload for people. It's like JPW, which people, long time members of my channel will know JPW, and the only problem with the highlights community for me was there was a lot of editing involved. I could go 3 months editing one video, and it got to the point where it felt like a chore. It did not. I'd lost the enjoyment out of it, and ended up going on like a 2-year hiatus away from it. So
maybe you just got to be around the right people to be able to teach you how to do that in the right way. Because I feel like everybody I talk to who does it, you know, after they got used to it, it became like easy. You know what I mean? But I think that you just ain't had that right advice going towards that. So I asked my fan base. As I said, my fan base is very small. So, but very small chance you might get a little advice. Never be afraid to ask or anything like that because we all here together. We all here to help each other. You know, in the community, no matter what it is, we here. You know, to make each other better. That's what I keep telling people. And people try to say that I don't care about nobody but myself, and that's, you know, I freaking put everybody before me most of the time. So I'm just trying to prove that. I have to prove that every single time I do something. I have to prove that I ain't out for myself because everybody seems to think that, and I just don't. I'm just like I'm ending that crap. You know, instead of just talking about it, I'm just gonna be about it, and that's what I've been doing with those pictures. and everything else. I've been creating for people, and I've been feeling good about it, and I'm gonna continue doing it. But yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on real quick, 'cause I know you gotta go soon. But who are your? Let's see. Who are your favorite EFED characters right now? Your favorite calls right now? And you know, ain't no bias in them. You can name top 5.
Top 5 right now at the moment. This doesn't sound biased at all, but obviously you're on it yourself, because like I say, you do put a lot of effort into it. Again, bias aside, there's Nick Black and Alex Venedy. Again, I'm probably going to get bollocks for mispronouncing his name again. Both of them have got tremendous promo skills and character work, especially how surprisingly how young they are in their core lives.
Oh yeah, they're very young.
Both very charismatic when they come to the promos.
Douchebag.
And two that, in my eyes, I grew to love in social media wrestling was Max Maximus and Caleb James, because they're very charismatic in their characters, and they put a lot. You can tell they put a lot of effort into their characters.
Yeah, they do.
There's 2 or 3 honourable mentions when we first started out in social media wrestling. Jester Wolf, he brought a lot of the alpha characters into the fold, which I've got a lot of respect for Jester.
There's a lot of alpha members. It's like Bullet Club.
Yeah, but to be fair, they're quite charismatic as a group.
Egotistical. It was Project Ego almost.
Yeah, well, you can't say it, to be honest, because I'm a Project Ego member myself, so I can't really comment anything bad against Project Ego, can I?
There's a thing going around because me and Nick was talking about it about a couple months ago. I was supposed to originally be in Project Ego, but I told him that I wanted to stay face for right now, and we went over it. And I came.
Yeah, it's like I don't regret joining Project Ego at all. So I've always respected, and the guys are easy to get along with.
I think I get along with them better as like a feud or something, because me and Alex, speaking name, we feed off each other.
Yeah.
I make him, he hates my guts, and I'm
But you can see in the chats, a lot of us, we just bounce off each other very easily.
Yeah. But the thing is about that, people, when you can bounce off each other like that, that's good, because nobody's taking it seriously, everybody's getting it. You know what I mean? Everybody's not like getting hurt feelings over anything said or nothing like that. When you all just have complete understanding, we in character at the time. I'm just, the one thing I worry about is somebody taking it, because new guys come in all the time, and they ain't used to that. So some of the veterans and stuff keep doing that with the new guys, and the new guys gonna quit. You know, it's like King Alpha when he first started. I like that guy. He's a young up and comer. I think he has good talent, but if somebody don't speak up for these newer cats, they just gonna quit. You know what I mean? And then what? You know, people gotta know there's limits to what you say sometimes. There ain't nothing wrong with it. There's limits.
Which, on a side note, promotional side of things, as you're aware, and most of the social media wrestling roster are aware, we're on the lookout for new talent in our core wrestling classic. which was a tournament I ran in JPW, and I quite enjoyed it because it gave those that
Ignore that.
people that are not getting the spotlight sort of thing, gives them a chance to show off their cause, help do a bit of promo work if they wanted to. In the end, the winner gets a contract with SMW and a intercontinental or European or tag title shot. Which, well, I always like to think that those that need a platform always should get a chance at least, especially in the new federation. I was trying to keep as many people booked frequently in social media wrestling so everyone's got their platform to shine.
It does too, because everybody has fun, and we ain't taking things seriously. We're there just to watch and together and create new material together. It's like the promos and stuff, we feeding off each other because we're learning how each other are, and we able to entertain everybody else on Twitter by being a fool. You know? It's always fun. I mean, because my grammar, I know people say it all the time. My grammar is horrible sometimes, and that's on me because I'm on my phone and I try to type real fast and it just fucks everything up. The autocorrect and everything is one disaster after another usually.
I learned a very long time ago to switch autocorrect off because it just made me sound like an idiot. So it's but going back to the good guys in core sort of thing, this one will be controversial. Ryan Matthews, again, great talent on
posters,
my photos.
designs.
He's great with his photo editing skills. Nice guy to work with. He's never asked. The amount of photos I've asked for him, especially for Uprising, was unreal, and he didn't ask for a single penny or dollar off me, which, fair play those that give into the community. It's one of the reasons why I gave him a spot on the roster, just purely because he'd done all that off his own bag. The guy's clearly got talent. Why not give him the platform to display that?
Yeah, because if somebody takes the time to do that, it shows that they want to do things for the community. They want to help the local cause. And that's awesome. And we need more people like that, to be honest with you. Instead of people who go, me, 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 me. You know? It needs to be us, all of us. You know? What you need? Do you need some help? Do you need a poster? Do you need anything, graphics or anything for your show? Because I know you're busy. We're here to help. You know? That's all you need sometimes. Because sometimes it's a drag when you're trying to create everything and you get burned out very quickly. Trust me, I've seen it millions of times. People get burned out and end up quitting. And I don't want that to happen to anybody.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's you can very easily get burnt out with stuff, especially if you, like I said, like I reiterated earlier, I went on 2-year hiatus from JPW when I was creating that. I just could not, it just felt like such a massive chore just to make, because I had to think of creatively where I was going with the characters. The amount of editing I had to do with it was taking up a lot of my time, and it was causing a lot of problems for me personally. Again, that's one of the reasons why social media wrestling exists, because it's less strenuous on me and I still enjoy it. But I want everyone to enjoy it, sort of thing. It's one of those, like, reiterate to people, if they've got a problem with someone on the roster or anything like that, come to me direct. I ain't not got a problem stepping in or anything like that and just trying to play peacemaker or something like that.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick. If anybody hears on the recording whenever we upload this, if you hear a vibrate noise, ignore it, because I thought I hit mute on my notifications, but it's still going off for some reason. Fucking hell. Go ahead, continue.
To be honest, I don't hear it on my side of things, so.
Okay, maybe we didn't hear it, but everything was loud on my end. I hit mute on the thing. This is the thing every single time. But yeah, see mine, I got the same thing. Nick Black, he's a good up and coming. He just still new. I talked to him when I first joined his league. I got on PS4 and I got on a stream with him on one of his shows. And we got off there and we was talking to like 4 o'clock that morning about why he got involved, and we just casually talking. And I was telling him about what I've been doing, what I usually do, and everything. And it just amazes me that there's people like him and you who ain't been here really that long. But y'all seem like y'all have been. You know what I mean? Y'all put it on like y'all know each other. Y'all been around a little bit. Because people get along with y'all, you get along with them. It's by being yourself. You know what I mean? People try to fabricate themselves to be something that they're not most of the time. You know? Sometimes when you talk to somebody, it's not who they are. But it's good, it's refreshing to see that, there are people like that. You know what I mean? And then there's guys like, I'm sorry, let me, I got a couple more. Sheriff Stompy, he's a good new guy. He's new to me anyway. King Alpha, I told him whenever he first started and everything, and he was thinking about quitting, I was like, don't do that. We are all here together. If you need help, just message me, or Joshi, or anybody else, and we have your back. And ever since then, he's been alright. And that's sometimes all you need to do. And I got number of respect for those guys, because I remember being in that same situation when I first started, and I had somebody reach out to me and help me get involved in call. So I want to return that and try to help as many people as I possibly can. And I'm glad I'm able to on Twitter. And then I didn't realize that, there was that many people involved in Twitter call. So it's
I
kind of weird.
Realize that. It's like you said, when I came across, I didn't realize how many calls there were out there. I just thought, there's only a select few, and then that were it. And then it just blew up on me, sort of thing. But yeah, I agree with you with the ones that you've mentioned as well. Like Stomp, as you're aware, Stomp is part of the SMW roster as well, so he's easy enough to get along with. He's a very unique character is probably one way of putting it.
I'll say this right now, King Alpha, let me tell you who he reminds me of. King Alpha, do not get offended about when I say this. He reminds me, you remember King Mabel? This basically, that's who he reminds me of, King Mabel. But King, and it does. I looked at him and he looks just like a woman. I hope that's what he was going for. Because if not, he's going to probably be mad, but it's all fun.
Hopefully it doesn't injure as many people.
Oh God. What was I going to say? Name your top leagues that you watch, and who would you recommend? 5 up.
Oof, 5. Ascend, definitely, because Nick runs that very well, and you can see the effort he puts into that. FPW, they were the ones that gave me the platform for Twitter, even though I lost every week. Who else? GFGN. It's one you can take or leave it. Who else? One I'd be interested in seeing that's just been announced today. Chef Stomp is starting his own one called Pure. It'd be interesting to see that one actually. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. They're the only ones I can think of off the top of my head. Hold on, let's see.
It's fine, just relax and just go with it, because when you overthink it, it messes things up.
And BCW as well, which I'm actually the interim general manager for one of their shows, Frontline.
You're talking about BCW, talking about that Boston
Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, they turned me down. They did not want me. They turned me down, literally.
Did they?
Last year. They did last year.
Well, to be fair, I think unfortunately, it's people's choices. It's their loss, the way I think about it. If they reject you.
I was telling you to quit. I wasn't part of it. You know, I was part of my own thing. You know what I mean? My part of the side of the community. Nobody really knew me on the Twitter side. I basically just threw myself out there. You know what I mean? When I first started, I just I started with Unite, and I started networking with people in that chat. You know, I met like Tank, and I met Octo, and I met all them guys. I met Lars, everybody. You know, and I've been networking with people ever since, and able to. I met Hugh and Nick and everybody else, and they just kind of gelled together. And I'm still there.
Yeah, it's like you said, obviously I didn't know many people, and I only used Twitter to promote JPW stuff. But then I started delving into the Twitter side of things, and that's where I started out with FPW, which, despite all the bad media seems to be getting lately, Johnny Farmer, without him I wouldn't be where I am today. I'll openly admit that to everyone. I've always got, it's like you said, you start spreading out more when you've had that first step of Fed taking a chance on you. Again, that's one reason why I'm doing the CWC with social media wrestling. It's getting people out there for other Feds to go, oh, he looks nice. Oh, see if he wants to come aboard. Or, oh, he's got good promo skills and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I want to give back to the community, so I think that's why I'm doing this CWC. It's my way of giving something back what everyone can enjoy, and it gives those like yourself and me when we first started out on Twitter. It's difficult to get going in a Fed. You can be in multiple Feds and not get booked at all, and then you think, what's the point? I'll leave.
Yeah. I try not to do that as much, especially in leagues like your league and Nick's league. I kind of just bend the rules a little bit, because y'all actually are trying to, you know, put me out there still. You know what I mean? Regardless if I win or lose, I still get matches. But y'all ain't trying to just push me aside. You know, that's the reason why I stay there. Because I get treated, you know, they treat me with respect. They treat me, you know, they'll treat me like you want to be treated. You know what I mean? Mm. So that's the reason why I stay with y'all, and that's the reason why I consider y'all my friends, because I can actually talk to y'all about what's going on. Y'all be like, okay, let's see what we can do. You know? Yeah. And I like that. Complete communication.
It's like you said, communication is key in these sort of things, and like I reiterate every time with people that complain in the SMW chat. If you've got a problem, direct message me and we'll see what we can sort out. You can't just expect to moan over something that you've not spoken to me about.
Yeah. You do that too. People do that all the time. It's just like, okay, man, what are you telling me? I ain't got nothing to do with it.
It's those I've always got respect for people, but it's those that I like to think I always listen. So my messages are always open for those people that want to, even if they just want to have a chat or anything like that. I'm always open to messaging. Might not reply straight away, but I will reply wherever I can.
We've been on here for 40 minutes. I know you said we gotta go in like 55 minutes. You said about Pivy.
Yeah, because I got work in the morning. That's
ask one more. I'm just gonna ask one more question, and we can kind of end this and go from there.
Yeah, that's no problem.
What are your goals for being in call? What do you want to achieve? Like for fun or for your league? How many do you want to be a big time? Do you want to have a lot of subs, or do you just want to keep doing it while you're doing it?
I want to keep doing it. I want to make social media the best, the feds to be in. That's why I'm always, again, if anyone's got any improvements or anything like that in the show, I'm always open to suggestions. I'll be honest in the replies. So if there's something that I physically can't do myself, then we'll say I physically can't do it. But yeah, it's just growing the channel sort of thing. I try different things. If there's something that people think would be good for the channel, let me know and I can see if I can do it. I'll admit I'm not the best on the voice side of things. That's why I always try and stay clear of it wherever I can.
I think you're way better than I am, at least. I know people can understand you. Most of the time, people cannot understand me because of my accent.
Well, those from the United Kingdom where I'm from, the Yorkshire accent is probably one of the worst to try and understand. This is probably me, my most diluted accent.
No, if you watched my debut match, the dude from Ireland, and he had a thick accent. He was a cool guy. He had a real thick Ireland accent. It was freaking. I'll show you it one day. My debut match. It's going to be called XW. And it's freaking. I have to send it to you after this so that you listen to it.
But like I said, my biggest aim is just to make social media wrestling the best friend it can be. I try and make social media wrestling something that everyone can enjoy, that joins in, even just watching it. Those that can enjoy it sort of thing. But as a core, it's just basically giving the opportunity to show what I can do.
Yeah, that goes to everybody too, because people. It's been kind of hectic lately, and I've been trying to move past everything, and people need to move on from the past drama and everything else. And if you want to come on the show and advertise yourself and talk about the community like we just did, we didn't have no arguments, no nothing. We didn't get mad. We just had a good chat. That's the way things are supposed to be in the community. And yeah. I hope I get more people wanting to come on to the show because it made me motivated to do it. I ain't did an episode like this in a long time because nobody wanted to come on because of people acting funny. And instead of being funny, come on to my show and just chat and forget about that mess because we all in this together. That's all I can say about it. You ain't gotta like me, but we all in this together,
Yeah, that's it.
We're all trying to achieve the same thing.
Yeah, it's like I always try and make myself the easiest person to work with because, like you said, the community is that hectic. The last thing you need is causing more drama into it. So, in my eyes, I always try, if you work with someone rather than against them, you just it works out better for everyone.
Yeah. Use that anger to be motivational in your promos. Make your promos better. Use it. You know, that's what promos are there for. Creativity. You know, if you're mad in a promo, you just need to be mad in real life, because it'll make it even that much intense. That's why I say. She's just like that. I have intensity right there. Yeah, you got anything else to say to everybody about your channel? Anything? Tell about your channel name.
The channel name is JPW Network. As confusing as that sounds, because the show is social media wrestling, but there's stuff on there. Again, like I said before, if there's any improvements if you want me to delve into, or any show ideas you want me to delve into, then just message me and see if I can try and accommodate. I'm one of those channels that, like I'm in core, I'm easy to work with. I'm not one of those that'll cause trouble or anything like that. I won't go on my channel and badmouth anyone in core, no matter what they've done.
Yeah, that's good.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, we're all here just enjoy being in core, not there just to have a massive bitching session about everyone. It gets you nowhere.
Yeah, and it keeps on and on. It never wins. Nobody wins in reality. It just makes everything worse and miserable for everybody. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on here, man, because it got me a chance to know you a little bit more. I've known you, but I didn't really got a chance to really chat with you one on one. And I'm glad I got this. I'm glad I put this episode out, because I needed this platform again, because I've been so focused on trying to rebuild everything, and I ain't had a chance to just relax and just do this. You know, I used to do this all the time. I used to do interviews and everything. I want to get back into it, but I need people to want to come on to the show. I need people to want to discuss their show and advertise for other people. And I need a fan base to actually come back and watch the show, but I know if they will, and eventually it's going to take work, and it will happen.
Hell, it took me 5 years to get to 100 subscribers, so I know exactly
when I first started. I don't know, when I first started, it took me 5 days when I first started. Back in 2007.
That definitely didn't just belittle my channel then.
But I was in a forum that had over 1,000 people a day, so yeah. I had the advertising gold mine. But yeah, I appreciate you coming over here, man. I'm gonna shut this down because we'll continue talking. I appreciate you coming on, Josie. As I said, go check out his channel. Give his channel some love. Subscribe to him. Like his videos. Check it out. And if you want to join his league, look him up or send him a message on. You can find him on Twitter or anything like that. You can find him on there, or message me and I relay the message to him. But do that. And if you want, as I said, if you want to come on the show, then let's go. Until next time, this is Smokey and Joseph. Peace out.
Peace out.
Mm-hmm.